Today is September the 1st. How can we change? Let's find out together as we look at 3 passages in Paul's epistles. During our sermons on Sunday morning, we've been talking about the transformation that Christ wants to do in all of us. Now, there are 3 passages in Paul where Paul talks about this transformation, and all 3 passages present the same process. There is a putting off of something that's past. There's a renewal that takes place in our minds. And then there is the putting on of something that's to come. First time that we see this is in the book of Romans, Romans chapter 12, the first 2 verses. Paul says, "Dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all he's done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind he'll find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship him." Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you'll learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. Be transformed. And he starts by saying, don't conform to this world. Now in Ephesians chapter 4, he talks about the same reality, the same process, but he uses different words. In verse 17, he starts by saying, "With the Lord's authority I say this, live no longer as the Gentiles do." Then he goes on. He picks it back up again in verse 22. "Throw off your old sinful nature and your former way of life, which is corrupted by lust and deception." Lust and deception, all the way back to Genesis chapter 3. The first sin was desire and domination. It came from the deception that the serpent did with Eve. The next time Paul talks about this, he talks in Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. "So put to death the sinful earthly things lurking within you." 3 different ways Paul talks about what we need to put off. First, in Ephesians, he says, put off the old nature. In Colossians, he says, put off the old man. In Romans, he simply says, don't be conformed to this world. Now that's what Paul is talking about. The old nature, the old man, this world. In all of those, he's describing that tarnished image of God that's within us. That image that's captivated by a desire to have and to control, desire and domination. We're to put that off so that we can be renewed and then put on something new. But today, we need to figure out what we need to put off. So my question to you, what do you need to stop doing? What is it that is helping you express that wish to desire other things, that desire to dominate even exploit other things. Figure out what that is. And today go to the Lord and say, Lord, take it. I don't want it anymore. Like, follow, and subscribe to this devotional on whatever platform you use to listen to it. Email your questions to us at questions@becomehope.com. Tomorrow, we'll look at the renewal of our mind.